Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Ramsha Sultan, and if you are thinking to start wearing hijab and you're unsure about it, then this video is for you because it's been approximately 7 years that I have been wearing hijab, and I'll be sharing my experience with you guys, all the good and bad. I'll be dropping some truth bombs. So hopefully by the end of this video, you will be able to make a better decision. So without any further ado, let's get started with the video. Okay, so the biggest truth is that nobody cares whether you wear a hijab or not. It's only a big deal in your head. The world is too busy in itself to focus on you. Everybody is so busy in their own lives that after that initial shock of knowing that you've started wearing hijab, nobody will actually care. That's the truth. Why am I telling you this? Because it is a major decisive part in our life. We always think about what will people think about us before making this decision, and I told you the biggest truth that you wanted to hear. When I was a non-hijabi, I once wore hijab to a mall with my mother, and in my head I was like, oh my god, I am looking so different, people might be noticing me, this and that. And I noticed that nobody even noticed me. Nobody actually cared. Everyone was busy in their own life, in their own work, and it was all in my head. And that was one of the major days in my life when I realized that nobody cares. It's only you who matters to you. The only people who will ask you questions are the people who know you, including your family and friends. So if you belong to a Muslim family, it would be only a one-time question wherein you will be telling them that I will be doing this and this from now on, and they will be okay with it. If you have non-Muslim friends, they will have a lot of questions to ask from you, but they are not to be blamed. They don't have any knowledge about it. So they will ask you questions like, are you forced to wear it? What's the need to wear it? Do you feel hot in it? Have you stopped shampooing your hair? And weird questions like that. But answer those questions because it's your opportunity to introduce them to Islam and tell them about the virtues of our religion. Now I'm going to tell you few of the not so good things that are going to happen to you after you start wearing hijab. I'm going to basically walk you through the psychology of a hijabi. There will be times when you will feel that your life would have been so much more easier without the foundations of hijab. And this feeling will keep on coming back through your entire life. You will love certain clothes, but you will not be able to wear them because they won't fit the standards of modest clothing. Your entire wardrobe would require a change. Some outfit might look so classy with your hair open or in a good hairstyle, but when you wear a hijab over it, you look so dumb. So these are the things that will happen a lot, especially if you're starting to wear hijab and you don't really know how to dress up and how to look presentable so that it matches your personality, because it plays a major role. You can't just wrap around anything and don't care how you're looking. For me personally, it mattered a lot to me. For me, looking good and presentable is directly proportional to my confidence. So it took me a lot of time to know what looks good on me, what looks decent, modest, yet classy on me. So you will also require some time of trial and errors, and then eventually you will find your style which suits you the best. People will have unwanted expectations from you. They will want you to be extra religious just because you wear a hijab. And things as simple as if they see you wearing a nail paint in public or in videos or anywhere, they're gonna criticize you without knowing the fact that you actually don't have to pray. So it's not that big of a deal, but people will make a big deal out of it. They will criticize you for wearing makeup and so much more, and you will feel that it would have been so much more easier if I was not a hijabi. You will be judged and criticized based on your dressing sense, based on your hijab style, based on so many things constantly. And you will have to develop a thick skin for it, because the criticism from the haram police won't stop. The fact is, many people are intimidated by Muslims. They hate Muslims, and if you look visibly Muslim, they might mistreat you. Islamophobes are real, they exist, and they are very, very racist. So, again, you would have to develop a very thick skin, since all their hate would be transferred onto you, since you are a visible flag bearer of Islam. Hot and humid climate might not be the best friend for you, because you might feel suffocating in hijab and the cap and all the full clothes. And I also know a few girls who feel like puking and they have migraines due to all the covering around their head. So these are the real problems that hijabis face in their day-to-day lives. Now, these are all the things which might happen. They don't necessarily happen to everyone. So don't be afraid, because now I'm going to tell you few of the good things that will happen to you if you start wearing a hijab. Let me tell you what hijab does to your personality. Now, hijab is not just a piece of cloth on your head. You actually carry the image of Islam on your shoulders, because you visibly become the flag bearer of Islam. People, whether Muslims or non-Muslims, will easily identify you as a Muslim girl or a Muslim lady, and no matter what you do in public will leave an impact on others. It will be an image of a Muslim in their head. So if you do good, it's going to leave a good impact in their head about Muslims. And if you do something which is not so pleasant, it might also have an impact on their head about Muslims. No matter what anyone says about the clothing doesn't affect anything, you will be respected for wearing a hijab. People will avoid doing sins in your presence. Either they will absolutely not invite you at their place where they're openly committing sins, or they will do it after you have left. People will stop openly committing sins in front of you or with you. And that is the biggest sign of respect that Allah gives if you adorn this garment. Non-Mahrams will be unintentionally more respectful and conscious with you. They will not just casually touch you or casually behave with you. They will actually be in an alert state with you, and they will respect you no matter what. You will actually be living with two personalities. One would be the real personality which all your family and friends know. It would be everything that you actually are. And the second personality would be a more calm, poised and serious personality which all the strangers think you are. Because it happens so many times with me that people have a different first impression of me, but once they know me, they say that I'm a completely different personality. So that's gonna happen. You're gonna have two personalities all your life. That doesn't mean you are two-faced. It's just that there would be a bifurcation between who's exclusive and who's not. I don't want to say this, but I think I should mention this, that you won't have to take the tension of washing and styling your hair every single day. It has happened so many times. I have stepped out with oil in my hair and nobody knows. So due to that, I can oil my hair more often and I don't have to regularly heat style them or make them look good. And in this way, your hair become much more healthier because they're also protected from all the dust, grime, pollution, and heat of sunlight and everything. It's overall good for your hair health. Another benefit which I always tell everyone is that you can't have multicolored hair every single day, but you can have multicolored hijab every single day. You can play around with colors, you can match them with your outfits, and you can completely change your look by wearing different scarf colors. Another benefit is that you are going to love the decision of wearing hijab in winters, because when you will see others literally shivering due to cold winds, you will feel nothing in your ears and you will feel that wow, that was such a good decision. People do everything to stand out in the crowd, but by wearing hijab, you will unintentionally stand out in the crowd because you will look different from others. And it has happened so many times with me that I have visited restaurants, and when I visit them again, the owners and the staff actually remembers me because I look different from others. And that also benefits you, because I remember I once forgot my umbrella in a restaurant, and I realized after 1 week that I left my umbrella over there. So I called the restaurant and they actually remembered me. They said that, yeah, you were here and you left your umbrella and we have kept it for you. And I was so amazed because they could immediately recognize me. Just imagine, in a restaurant which is so busy and full of people, how could they differentiate me? And that's one of the benefits of wearing hijab. You will have "that's my sister" moments with fellow hijabis, because see, it happens to me whenever I see a hijabi in public, no matter whether I wave at her, smile at her or not, I actually feel so happy to see her, and then I tell my family that that's my sister. And also, you share some cute and happy smile moments with fellow hijabis because it's like sisterhood. So these were all the casual benefits of wearing hijab. Now let me tell you few of the serious things that you need to know irrespective of anything else. Hijab brings you closer to Allah because it is not just modesty in clothes, it's also modesty in the character. The way you behave, the way you talk with others, the friend circle you have, the places you visit, the food you eat, everything changes once you start wearing hijab if you actually wear it for its true reasons. No, wearing hijab doesn't do any magic. You intentionally have to make some life choices, and even if those changes have not come in your life yet, slowly they will come. Slowly and slowly you will start drifting away from everything that's bad and start coming more closer towards Allah. One thing which I find so amazing is that you cover yourself for the sake of Allah, and Allah beautifies your personality in front of others, which is something which we initially wanted and something which everyone wants. So it's like you connect yourself to Allah and then Allah gives you everything that you want. With more and more fashion trends and the fake beauty standards of having certain body shapes or clothing yourself in a certain way, you will be out of the rat race and you will be so much at peace. A person who wears hijab is not a people pleaser. They focus on pleasing Allah. So you won't be really interested to be a part of the fake beauty standards and to have your body in a certain shape because people will judge you, or to have some really bad beauty standards. And you know what? These things sound so awkward, but they are reality. People are having major personality issues and mental issues due to all the fake things that are happening on social media. So, by wearing a hijab and deciding that you are no more a part of this rat race, you will be so much more at peace and you will be happier. Your life partner will respect you so much for this because he will value the exclusivity that you give him and the ways in which you avoid unwanted attention from other men. And it's gonna instill so much more love in both of your lives. A lot of girls think that they will start wearing hijab but after marriage. And believe me, I was one of them. I thought that, okay, maybe not now, but when I get married, I'll start wearing hijab. But believe me, just ask your inner self. It's just another way of delaying it. I want to tell you one thing which is very close to my heart, and that is that Allah loves those who worship Him in their youth. Allah loves the ibadah of your youth. So if you wear hijab, if you obey Allah in your youth, that would be so much more special to Allah than in your old age. Of course, it has its own thing. Allah is so gracious. Whenever you turn to Him, He's always accepting and He's always welcoming. But I want to tell you that what's the use of wearing hijab once you are old, once you have no attraction in you left? Then when you do it, it's so much more easier. The real test is when you wear hijab, when you have everything to flaunt, but you choose not to flaunt it. Let me assure you one thing. Wearing hijab is one of the best decisions of your life that you will ever make. Life is short. Don't let shaitan trick you into the fake beauty standards of this world. Remember, hijab is an addition to your personality. It doesn't take away anything from your personality. You can achieve your life goals and ambitions and everything. Hijab doesn't stop you from doing that. Rather, it distinguishes you from the crowd. Let me tell you what I did when I was in the same decisive phase. I actually YouTubed a lot of hijab tutorials and then I selected the ones which I personally liked. And then I tried it on myself and practiced it multiple times, and I showed it to my family members. How was I looking? I took some reviews and I looked myself in the mirror, and when I was happy with it, I wore it in places where people won't know me. So I was not really concerned about what they're thinking. I actually got accustomed to it slowly, and that's when I started wearing hijab and I never looked back. So I suggest you to purchase few scarves, pins and caps so that you can try different hijab styles on yourself. You can actually shop them from my website ramshasultan.com. I have personally made this brand for hijabis so that you get everything at one place, and these are the scarves which I wear on all my videos. So if you like anything, you can get it from there. Remember, modesty is beauty. If you dress up modestly and dress elegantly, it's going to do nothing but beautify you. Beautify your personality, beautify your character, and you will also look very beautiful and presentable. Only visionaries wear hijab because we don't focus on this worldly life. We focus on the life after death. And let me tell you that the lady of Jannah would be multiple times more beautiful than all the hurs, because she was the one who worshipped Allah in her life. And if you are someone who worships Allah in her youth, nothing better than that. I hope that Allah grants you Jannah and helps you in making one of the most important decisions of your life. You can check out my hijab story. It's a super long video and I have walked you through different phases of my life in wearing hijab and how my dressing and personality changed over time. It's actually a very good video for anyone who's considering to wear hijab. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and share this video with anyone who you think needs to listen to this video. And yes, comment down below and talk to me. I always try my best to reply to everyone who comments in my videos. And yes, lastly, I would like to tell you one thing. Hijab brings nothing but respect and peace in your life. I hope I helped you in any way. I'll see you next time. You can follow me on Instagram to connect with me more. And that's it. Bye.